Hello, good evening. It's me, Mr. Gary. Today is the 30th of December 2021. Time on the clock locally is 9 p.m. Outside, it's quite a calm, clear evening in here in Jakarta. We're just getting prepared, just getting set up for this evening's stream, and you'll probably gather by the thumbnail what we're going to be discussing tonight. We've got a lot to do, a lot to get through. Hopefully we can get through it in an hour, but if it takes a little bit longer, it's no big deal to me. No big deal at all. Might do a special stream tomorrow, as it is New Year's Eve, and we're trying to see out 2021, and we're trying to see in 2022. Let's hope that it's going to be a better year for us next year, I think. Hopefully we can see the back or the end of COVID. I'm just having a little flick around, as you'll notice, with the lighting. I generally like to have it a little bit darker in the background. So I'm just going to try and do that right now. There we go. Alright, that's okay. Good. A little bit better for me. I prefer that when there's a little bit of light just here. I've got a little light here, a little ring light that's pointing against the wall, reflecting the light onto me. Drop down the background a little bit and put me into focus a little bit more. I'm not narcissistic, I can assure you. Hello, Mohammed. I think it's Mohammed Ismail, and I am very well this evening. I hope you're well as well out there. I hope you're all great. I hope you can hear me, because I haven't done an audio check, which is an absolute sin. Normally I would do some kind of audio check, and at the moment I just haven't had the time to do that just yet. I wanted to start on time. I like to be prompt with my timekeeping, so I hope. Oh yes, you say you can hear me. I'm not sure why, but it says there's nobody in chat at the moment. I've got a 0 at the moment, so it looks like you're still there. I hope you're still there. I can see your chatting away. And we're going to start the stream as always. I have a little picture quiz for you. Famous English phrases, famous English sayings, and these are common phrases. Before we get into the nitty-gritty and start looking at silent letters, I have read your comments. I'm sure you've seen on YouTube today. I've literally just replied to a bunch of your comments, Mohammed. You've left a lot of comments for me, so that's kept me very busy. I'm very pleased about being busy as well. I don't know if you like football, but if you do, have a guess what this one is. I'm so sorry I can't give away £100, £100 sterling. One day, if I become a massive channel, then maybe I will. But there we go. Any idea what this particular picture means? It's used to describe a goalkeeper. The character here is keeping goal. He's the goalkeeper in this particular instance. Look what's at the end of his arms. What is at the end of his arms? And that's a very big clue. I think you'll find a very big clue. Hello, Ismail again. Hello and welcome. I don't know why the chat clock, the chat count isn't accurate at the moment. It's saying 0, even though I've got people chatting. I don't know why that is. So if you missed that, Ismail, have a guess. What do you think this particular phrase could be? This particular phrase could be used to describe somebody who's very reliable. That's the clue. It's used to describe somebody who is reliable, very reliable. And we usually use this phrase, particularly in the football, or for the benefit of our American brothers and sisters, soccer, soccer. It's the position there in the goal, between the sticks, as we might say. Any ideas what this particular phrase is? Any ideas? Have a guess. If you want to see the picture again, just say so, and I'll happily show you it. I'll show you it anyway. Might as well, eh? Any ideas what this phrase is? It's a very famous, very common English phrase, especially when if you ever watch football or soccer, you'll hear it in the commentary. Used to describe reliable goalkeepers. And the position of the player is the goalkeeper. You might see that as GK. Yes, trustworthy. So someone who is trustworthy, who is very reliable, they are. Or if you leave some important task with somebody, then we might say this phrase. Look at what's on at the end of his arms there. I don't know if you can make that out. I'll give you a clue. It's a bank safe, or a safe. Okay, so where is the safe? That's right, it's at the end of his arms. So if we think about our arm, and then we have this part of the body here, we have the hand, right? So, two of one thing is a pair, right? If we have two of one of the same thing, it is a pair. So the answer to this is, I've just answered it for you, a safe. The answer is a safe pair of hands. A safe pair of hands. And it means that if we leave a task or a job to somebody, example, oh, I want Mr. Gary to write the reports today. And then my other colleague might say, oh, well, that's a good idea. You leave it in a safe pair of hands, describing me as being an ultra reliable person, trustworthy person. Okay, that if you depend on me to get a job done, I'm going to get that job done. Right? A bit like me doing my live streams this week. It's been I think a very successful week. I've really enjoyed doing these live streams, and I think I'm considering doing them a little bit more often. I decided I would do a week based on the advice of somebody else. Yes, let me type that in for you into the chat box in case you missed it. A safe pair of hands. Okay, a safe pair of hands is used to describe somebody who's reliable. Okay, so you give somebody a job and that person is reliable and you can trust them to do something, and trustworthy is a good word. A safe pair of hands is also a very good phrase to describe someone. Okay, so we're going to deal a little bit with silent letters this evening. I know I have got questions about grammar, and as I commented earlier in the YouTube comments box of several various videos, you know, grammar is a very wide topic. So if you want me to be of assistance, you know, think about where you're weak in grammar, okay, where you as a person are struggling with grammar, struggling to get that particular concept Okay, think about the concept, and once you can apply that concept to your English speaking, you're going to improve, no doubt about it. It takes time, it takes a lot of practice, and the thing I do with my learners is, we do lots of drilling, we do lots of practice, lots of games, so that when you're speaking, you're used to using that particular concept. And think about the concept as well. You can collaborate with other colleagues to get more subscribers. Yes, I have collaborated with a girl in Texas, and she was a pilot. She's a pilot. She not was a pilot. She is a pilot, and I don't really have, my channel's very small. Okay, so not many people know me on YouTube. I'm not well known. All right, so I do collaborations. I have done some, and I do always, if you check out those banners that I keep dropping down there in the bottom, and I say, if you want to come and chat on stream, or if you want me to give you guided help on stream, I'll do that. No problem. See it as free personal tuition, if you like. The the chat counter keeps going up and down at the moment, so I don't know if Ismail's having problems with the internet connection where he is. So yes, if anybody does want one-on-one help or anything like that, just drop me a tweet and I'll invite you onto the stream. No problem, and we could talk about whatever you like. Whatever you like. So as for collaborations with other English channels, larger channels generally don't invite smaller channels. Okay, so somebody with 10,000 subscribers isn't going to invite me into their stream. All right, it's unlikely that they would do that, and quite often, as I said yesterday, some of these channels get a lot of correspondence, a lot of comments, a lot of messages, and I don't really have much time, or they might not really have much time to accommodate me. Perhaps we have they have their own ideas about what they want to do on their channel, or what they want to do on my channel. All right, I'd be quite happy to do collaborations. We could discuss a lot of things. Excuse me, that would make me very happy if I got more subscribers. But for now, I like to think that I try to keep my channel grounded. All right, I like to build a community. When I think of YouTube like this, if I press the red button on somebody's channel, there's a good chance that I won't just view one channel. I won't view one video. I will more than likely view multiple videos. All right, so that's then called community building, and this is something that YouTube is very centric on. They like it when creators, streamers like me, they build a community, an audience. Well, that's very kind of you if you wish to share with your students. Perhaps they find benefit of joining the channel. Perhaps they find a benefit of listening to me speak. Perhaps, if you want me to make a little quiz, I have got a little grammar quiz lined up later on. If you want to try that, we can certainly we can certainly give that a try. And I do keep publishing, or I will be publishing more stuff on my website in the coming few weeks. I think I'm quite lucky at the moment. I'm off on holiday. I believe you're a teacher. I hope you're on holiday at the moment, Mr. Hassan. And if you are, I hope you're enjoying it. Just a second. In that case, I hope you can upload some stuff suitable for ESL students and how they can improve their English. Well, that's what the live stream is about. That's what the live stream is about. That's what my channel is all about. Trying to improve their English speaking skills, whether it be grammar. There are videos about grammar there. There are a lot of videos about pronunciation. You know, that's a key topic in my particular channel. I make videos about pronunciation, trying to model the pronunciation for them. And if they did join, or if they do join tonight, and we look at silent letters, that's what we're going to look at later on in this particular channel. It's very, very, oh, I'm so pleased. Thank you so much for saying that, Mr. Hassan, and supporting the channel. It's so kind that you do. And it's great that I have a nice little following. You know, over time that following might expand. Every day I look at my analytics and see what happens. So you might think that, oh, we only have 2 viewers. Alright. We might only thumbs up. We might only have 2 viewers at the moment, but 24 hours time, you know, this live stream won't be 2 views. It'll be more likely 30, 40 views, 50 views. The live streams for me are really helping to improve my channel. Some of the videos have taken a dip, but that's because it's that time of year. At the end of December and January on YouTube, you know, the views just, for me, and a lot of other creators, they just take a dive. And the reason is because people are on holiday, they have other things to do. The festive season of Christmas happens, New Year happens, and you know, people are occupied by other things other than YouTube, so they don't spend as much time on YouTube. Usually you find what happens after sort of the 2nd, 3rd week in January, things start picking up a little bit. You know, I hope I'll pick up more subscribers. I hope that the channel will improve. The target, I have a target, and I haven't met that target. But the target, I only gave myself about 1 month. And in November, YouTube removed something called the discussion tab. They removed something called the discussion tab from my channel. They did it with millions of other channels as well, and that was quite detrimental to me, because in a few of my recent videos in August, September and October, I mentioned, oh, and join the discussion, you know, join the discussion, click on the discussion tab if you have any queries. Well, now they've taken the discussion tab away. So now on YouTube, I can't, you know, I can't communicate with my audience directly. That's why I have the Twitter account there. I put some things on Twitter, and you know, my channel's it is growing. This last 3 months, it has. I said it yesterday. It's absolutely rocketed. Rocketed up to over 10,000 views, over 300 subscribers now. So to get the community tab, which is what I want on YouTube, you need 500 subscribers. So that's 200 subs. But the thing when you get subscribers is this: you need to get those subscribers watching your videos. If you don't, YouTube eventually will remove that person as a subscriber. So it's really important that when I make videos, I try to make them as intuitive, as interesting as possible. And when I make a video, 6 to 8 hours is the norm in editing. I spend between 6 and 8 hours editing each video, and I enjoy that. I really enjoy making the videos these days. I really enjoy sharing my love of English with my audience, and the audience who I have at the moment, slowly but surely they're subscribing. They're seeing more and more content coming from me. You'll hear this word algorithm, and I said this in my previous stream, and people say, oh, do it for the algorithm. I don't care about the algorithm. What I care about is my audience. That's the people who are viewing my channel, who interact with the channel, who comment on the channel, who send me messages, ask me questions, whatever it is. I'm here to help solve problems. So the algorithm is not important, because that follows the audience. All right, that's what the algorithm does. It doesn't say, oh, this person's made a video, I'll send it out everywhere. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a specific niche, and my niche is English speaking skills, which is what the channel's all about. In there we'll put some grammar in there, we'll put lots of other things in there, English speaking tips, punctuation. We can have little stories, all sorts of things. So Pallavi yesterday asked, she said, please can you do something about silent letters? So I said, okay Pallavi, I will certainly help, or I will certainly come up with something, and I'm going to, tomorrow or in the next day or two, I'll update my website with a list, and I'll give you some rules, some general rules about silent letters. Now, usually what I like to do is start off very simple, and we work up to the more complicated ones, the more it goes on. And I'll start with the letter B. Alright, so these are silent B words, and I'm doing this for the purpose of the stream. Okay, so silent B words. I'll put some of these in here. I'll just put something in chat so people know what I'm talking about, in case they catch up on the stream. And we'll start with number one. Number one, bomb. Bomb, as in B-O-M-B. Yeah, if somebody wants to type those in, helps me no end. Bomb. The final B on bomb is not pronounced. It's just B-O-M. But the spelling has a B on the end. Word number two, climb. Climb, to climb a wall. Again, it's C-L-I-M-B, but we don't pronounce the B for climb. Number three, and if you look at my action here, is comb. Comb. When you comb your hair, there is a B at the end of the word comb, C-O-M-B, but the B is not pronounced. Same with crumb. Crumb, as if you eat a little biscuit and the crumbs fall off the biscuit. You don't have any pronunciation of the letter B at the end of the word crumb. Changes a little bit of these next two. And when we spend more money than we earn, we end up in debt. Debt. D-E-B-T. Debt. Alright. So we end up in debt. Oh no, what have I done? Wait, there we go. Oh, notice how the B is not pronounced in this particular word. The word is debt, and it means if we spend more money or we spend money that we don't have. Okay, I'm looking around very quickly. Credit card. A credit card is a form of debt. If you have any forms of debt, you must pay that debt back. Okay, if in the UK we have something called a mortgage, and typically a bank or a building society would, or another lender, would give you money to buy a house. When they do that, it's called a mortgage. There's a long process for that to happen. It might take between 3 and 6 months to buy a house. In the UK, you can't just turn up with cash. There's a whole load of legal paperwork that you've got to get done before you can buy the house. Now, when you buy the house, the debt is the mortgage. All right. So, other forms of debt. Well, if you took a car loan to buy a car, you might have debt for the car loan. All right. So debt is a problem. It's a problem for many countries around the world, a problem for many people around the world. Example, if I earn $1,000 per month, but I'm spending $1,500 per month, it means that I'm accumulating or adding $500 of debt per month because I'm not earning enough money to pay my debt. And debt is a huge problem. We'll look at the United States. Their debt as a country is trillions of dollars, and it's rocketing every day. So debt is a big problem for many people around the world at the moment. If you're not sure of something, you have doubt. Doubt. D-O-U-B-T. Notice the B is not pronounced in doubt. So it means if you are unsure about something, then doubt is what we have. We have doubt. And we could change this. It's quite a negative word, is doubt, but if we want to change it into a positive, we could prefix it with the word without. So without doubt means that I'm certain about something. Doubt, a wonderful word. I love it because it's one of those ow sounds. Now, somebody who doesn't have much intelligence. Somebody who doesn't have much intelligence. Any guesses? Any guesses? Somebody who doesn't have much intelligence, we can describe them as... Correct. Well, if you didn't know, I'll put it in the chat box. Dumb. Dumb. Another word where we're not pronouncing the B in the word. Dumb is another word there with a silent B. Okay. Now, if does anybody know what we call a baby sheep? A baby sheep. Yes, well done, Ismail. Good job. A baby sheep. What do we call a baby sheep? Any ideas? I love this because I can give you like little questions, and you can tell me what you think the word is. Dumb. Well done, Hassan. A baby sheep is a lamb. Lamb. Another word where there is a silent B, and these are very common words, okay? Now, I know some people are probably vegetarian, but I can tell you that lamb, if you're not vegetarian, I can tell you that lamb is, I haven't eaten lamb for years. Hello there, Habiba, is that correct? Did I pronounce that word correctly, Habiba? Did I pronounce beg your pardon, did I pronounce your name correctly, Habiba? Well done, you've got it correct. Lamb is the answer. And if you're wondering why I'm looking just off camera, the chat box is just over there. Good. B is silent after an M. Well done, Ismail. Yes, you're right. So I'm going to give you some other examples as we go through. Let's have a look. Here comes another word. Oh, thank you so much, Abiba. Welcome along. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so welcome to my pronunciation live stream. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so pleased that you're here. Now, we have 4 of these. We have 2 arms and we have 2 legs. Okay, but we can collectively describe them as what in the, and this is a bit of a medical term, is this? Any ideas? Any ideas what we can describe them as? We have 4 of them, and the answer is Mohammed MHD Ismail again is correct. Limb. Limb, or if we pluralize it, we can have limbs. Okay, another word there where we don't pronounce the B. Limbs is another good one. Excellent job, everybody. Well done. Excellent. Now the next word is a word when we don't feel pain or we don't feel emotion. We can use this word. We feel completely what? How do we feel if we don't feel pain? If we don't feel emotion, how do we feel? We feel, if you're struggling with this one, I'll put it in. The answer is numb. Numb. If we don't feel pain or we don't feel emotion when a sad event has happened, then we can say numb. Sarah is joining as well. Hello, Sarah. Good evening to you. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. Lots of pronunciation for you guys tonight. I'm going to model a lot of words, I can assure you. I've got a huge word list for you. So, very good. Well done. The next one. If your pipes break in your house, who are you going to call? Now, don't say Ghostbusters. I like having a little... That to me was quite funny, because, trying to make a joke or play on words. The answer is, if your pipes break in your house, you would call a plumber. A plumber. Yes, good job. You beat me to that one, Ismail. Well done. According to the timestamp, you beat me to it. A plumber. This one's a tricky one. It's like gentle. Like gentle. If I remind somebody, but I don't remind them in such a way that it's very direct, I'm being very... This one's difficult. I think some learners might not know this one. Subtle. Subtle. subtle, a subtle reminder. Subtle. It's like t t, but it's done at the back. Subtle, tull, tull, tull. Keep my teeth there. Tull, tull, tull. And the vibrations coming at the side of the tongue, each side. Tull, 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 tull. Turtle. Like say turtle or turtle, right? Subtle, yeah. Subtle, subtle. It's a subtle reminder. It's a tricky sound, is that one. Subtle, right? Subtle. Okay, we have... This is a good one. What's this? If you're looking at the camera, we have one of these on each hand. It is the... Come on. Correct. Thumb. Thumb. Not thumb, but thumb. Just don't pronounce the B for this one. Okay, so thumb, yes, well done. You don't pronounce the B. And a lot of learners might have difficulty with some of these words that we're going to do this one. So, the next word, and this is the final one. Let me think about how to put this one into a nice way. I'm not sure what happened there. The screen blinked as well, so just give me a second. And if let's say I'm playing a game of football and somebody kicks me, but I keep trying to play, okay, but then I decide, I can't play anymore because I'm in too much pain, then I have succumbed to my injuries. Succumb, alright. It's like you're fighting or a fight has been going on, but eventually you give up. Succumb, alright. S-U-C-C-U-M. S-U-C-C-U-M. And there's a B on there. To succumb to something means to give up with something. Okay, so a lot of really good words there. Now, the next one is one of my favourites. It has to be the silent T. Alright? Silent T. Not surrender. That was a good word. But the word I was looking for, Ismail, there is succumb. To succumb to something. Alright? When there's been a battle and one of you gives up, or the person gives up, they succumb to their injuries or they succumb to their illness. Okay, so example 3 years ago, my auntie succumbed to her battle with cancer. Means that she passed away. Alright, so it's one of those words. It can have quite a sad, usually it's followed by a sad ending or perhaps a sad story. Succumb, to succumb to something. Not a nice one. Right, if you want to buy meat, where would you go? Where would you go if you want to buy meat? I'll tell you a little story. We eat a lot of meat in the UK, and when I was a young boy, 13 years old, it was one of my first jobs as an apprentice, was this job. And I was a butcher. Butcher, alright? Notice I don't say butcher, it's butcher. Just B-U-C-H-E-R. That's how to pronounce this one. Butcher, okay? So that's a can be a tricky one for learners as well. The next one, Oh, this is a common one. Where the knights live, where they battle, where there are kings and queens, you might have a castle. Castle, alright? No need to pronounce the T. A lot of learners I have, they pronounce the T and they say castle, castle. It's not castle, it's castle, castle, right? Castle is the best way to pronounce this. Yes, well done, Ismail. Castle is a very, I'm sure if you're teaching English, you'll know what I mean. A lot of learners probably have some difficulty with that. Yes, the next one. Silent T on this one as well. It's the celebration of Christians. They've just had it. And the answer is Christmas. Christmas. So I had a wonderful Christmas. It was very quiet. A very quiet Christmas. I got some presents from Santa Claus. And I was very lucky that I got a watch this year. I got a watch, and I also got some trainers for Christmas. So remember, we don't pronounce the T on that one. Okay, the next one. The air stewardess. Well done, Ismail. Good job. The air stewardess might say this about your seatbelt if you're on the aeroplane. She will tell you to blah 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 your seatbelt. What word? This is a verb, I think, this one. So she will tell you to what will she tell you to do? Yes, Ishmael, correct. She will tell you, or he will tell you to fasten your seatbelt. Obviously, there are air stewardesses and air stewards as well these days. You know, it's a multi-gender job. I did once go for a. If you've heard of the airline Emirates, I once went to a recruitment session with Emirates, and I once thought, oh, you know, my it's amazing how one thing leads to another, isn't it? And I'm thinking back now, and when I was in my early mid-20s, I did a lot of flying lessons. Okay, so I actually flew aeroplanes with an instructor at the side of me, and I always wanted to be a pilot, but some bad things happened, and unfortunately the dream never came true for me. Okay, it was always the boyhood dream, and I never quite had the money to go on and get the license. It costs a serious lot of money. The kind of money you can buy a house with and probably have some change for a car to become a pilot, depending on where you live, of course. And I thought, well, you know, I can't be a pilot. Maybe I should become an air steward. And I went for a recruitment day with Emirates down in Leeds, the city of Leeds once. And they had lots of very specific requirements about that kind of thing. Well done. Listen, yes, is Habiba, yes, you're right. Listen is a good one, but it's not correct. Fasten was the answer. Okay. Now here comes the next word. When you're very busy and you're trying to make a living, if you work for yourself, you are trying to hustle. Alright, we are trying to hustle a living, trying to make a living doing various different things for your job. Okay, hustle is another one. I'll fly through these next few. Habiba's mentioned the next one. Listen is a perfect example as well. So you have listen, match, match, right? So you literally, silent T, you can have match as well. Alright, so like a football match, or to match a pair of something. Alright, match my pair of socks. And I have lots of odd socks. I have lots of odd socks in my bedroom. I mentioned the next word earlier. The next one, maybe you can remember it. It's a loan to buy a house. A loan to buy a house. A loan. So, what the bank gives you lots of money to buy a house. Hatch. Hatch is a good one too. Yes, you're right, Ismail. Yes, good job. The word is mortgage. Mortgage in the UK. If you want to buy a house, most people will ask the bank for a mortgage. Okay, so they'll see a house, and it could be £100,000 sterling quite easily. They start at that much, and they would need to get the money from a bank to pay for that house. Okay, to give to the seller of the house. And like I say, it's a very complex legal process involved. So there we go. Nestle is another one. Something that's kind of hiding. A bird might nestle in the trees. Okay, nestle is another one. And we've got some other ones as well here. Often. I disagree with that. Often. This one's on the list. Rustle. In the USA they might not pronounce the t sound, and I saw a little video with this American boy, and he was like, "Oh, if you want to speak English, just ignore the t sound." I was like, "What?" No. Often, I would say often, right? Often. There's definitely a weak t sound there. Okay. Often. Rustle. Rustle, as in R-U-S-T-L-E. Okay, R-U-S-T-L-E. Yeah, that wrestle is another good one. Rustle. Okay, so if I had, I did have them. That's like a rustling noise. Okay, so I would rustle the bag of crisps or bag of, hey man, potato chips. Crisps. Much easier. And there we go. So, yeah, a woman who can cast a spell. A woman who can cast a spell is... A woman who can cast a spell is... What's her job? Any ideas? You might hear about this woman at Halloween if you've heard of the Halloween celebration. Yes, Ismail, good job, well done. Witch, a witch, yeah, witch, and notice it's pronounced exactly the same as witch as well. All right, so it's pronounced exactly the same, witch and witch. And we had a little puzzle. Which is which? Write that one down. Let me know how you get on. Which is which? When something is hard and we want to make it less hard, we need to what? We need to soften it. Soften. Excuse me while I'm going to try and just get those cups out of there. Yes, homophones. Yes, good job. I've made a video about homophones quite a while ago. It you know, you never know with YouTube. You can make a video and soften. Well done, soften. I'll just tell you a little bit about that. One of my first videos, it did nothing for 2 years. And then suddenly it hit the recommended lists in many countries, which is why my channel's growing the way it's growing. And suddenly, out of nowhere, it's up at 7,200 views. You've seen that one. 16 minutes. I'll tell you, it took me a long time to make that one. It probably more than 12 hours to make that. By the time I'd finished editing it, it was a very, very long video. And I didn't realise just how much... And that was when I was first really starting to edit videos as well. Edit videos. Of course, I said earlier, watch. So, I like to watch the TV, and my wife bought me a watch for Christmas. So, are those homophones as well? Homonyms, homophones, homographs. Which one is it? I'll let you decide. You can tell me, chat. I'm going to move on. Silent H. Notice how I say H. H. Silent H. Yes, MHD Ishmael watches my videos every day. Well, I hope he's learning from them, and I hope he's watching other English videos as well from other creators, other teachers. I know there are a lot of other teachers here on YouTube, so, no problem. You can watch mine, watch others, whatever suits you. And I think, I say like this, my channel's still a growing channel. And it takes me a long time to make a video. So, if other creators are making videos, use them. Yes, I'm sure he probably does. Good job, right? Well done, everyone. When somebody has died, we have, after the person has died, perhaps we might have a ghost. We might have a ghost. Some people believe in ghosts, some people don't. When somebody does not tell a lie, they are said to be... They are said to be what? Yes, well done, Ismail. Good job. They are said to be... When somebody does not tell a lie, they are said to be... Sometimes I do this with my students and I don't voice the words at all. I simply mime the movement, see if you can guess it. That's how lip reading works, excuse me. The answer, somebody who doesn't lie is honest. Honest. No, we don't pronounce the H for that one. Or H. H! The Americans use we talked about that one in the stream previously. Honest. Somebody who fixes cars. Somebody who fixes cars is... Yes, well done, Ismail. Good job. Honest. Somebody who fixes cars. Somebody who fixes cars. If your car is broken or your motorcycle is broken, you will need a... You will need a mechanic. You will need a mechanic if your car breaks or your motorcycle breaks. You will definitely need a mechanic. No. What am I trying to say? No pronunciation of the H in mechanic. Okay, mechanic. Yes, good job, mechanic. Somebody who fixes the cars, or somebody who fixes the motorcycle, or any other mechanical type of machine or engine. Now, we can say that music has this. Most music has this, and it starts with a R. Starts with an R. And the answer is any ideas what I just said? Music has this. You will find this in music. It is a the answer is, go on, I'll give you 5 seconds to get it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer, Ismail, correct, is music has this. It is rhythm. Rhythm, yeah, we don't pronounce the H with rhythm. We don't pronounce a H with rhythm. This is another one. If you want to create something and you have it just for one exclusive group of people, you might create a scheme, okay, or it's a bit like a plan. Okay, you can, oh, have I spelt that correctly? Yes, scheme. It looks a bit odd in the different text when I'm looking at this one. Where do we go to learn? Where do we go to learn? When we are young, where do we go to learn? Yeah, good job, well done. Where do we go to learn, guys? When we are young and when we are children, where do we go to learn? Correct. We go to school. 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 There's no pronunciation of the H with school. School. Okay, school. Yes. And Sarah has an emoji there. Sarah has an emoji. Well done, Sarah. That's very nice of you as well. And the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 are interrogatives. Okay, what's an interrogative, I hear you ask? An interrogative is a WH word, right? A WH word. So with interrogatives, I'll just take these off for a moment. My eyes are straining. With an interrogative, we don't pronounce the H, so it's who, what, when, where, and why. Okay? Who, what, when, where, why. Who, what, when, where, why. So, with the WH words, we don't pronounce the H at all. It's very, very weak. It doesn't feature really in the pronunciation of the word. So whether it be who, what, who, what, when, where, why. Those are the interrogatives, the 5 Interrogative. Yeah, good job. I can see you're all typing them in now. Yes, go. Type them in. So if you think that, with the interrogatives, they don't, that we don't pronounce the H at all with those particular words. And this is there's a long story behind English, okay, about why things are pronounced the way that they are. Quite often English words are not English at all. They're stolen or taken from other languages, and languages are becoming more and more integrated as time goes by. Think about a colour. Who? Is it? You think so? Who? Yeah, I can see that. Why? No. Who? Yeah, there's a little there, isn't there? But it's not strong. It's very, very weak. Who? All right. So let's say that the interrogatives then, hello Pallavi, the interrogatives do not, for the word who, those are not voiced. Oh, sorry, it is voiced. For who, it is voiced. For the others, it's not. It's not voiced at all. But the question was there, what is an interrogative? And we said who, what, when, where, why. The only one that pronounced Ismail is correct. It's very, very weak. The only one that has a pronounced H is a who, right? It's a little who, right? You can barely detect it. It's such a weak pronunciation. Who, what, when, where, why. I suppose if you didn't pronounce it, you'd be whoa, right, like that. So you must have a who as you transition from the H to the O. Who, what, when, where, why. I'm sure if we looked up in a dictionary, that would definitely be the case. I could look this up in Google, or I could simply go into my dictionary there and find out how to pronounce that word. Does it have a H pronunciation? Well, of course it probably does. So we're just going to have a look at that one. I'm just nearly there now. Just a second while I find it. WH. There we go. There, found it. Boom. Oh, can we see that or not? That's very, very small, isn't it? But let me see. Is it there? Is it showing? I'm just trying to fix that. Aha, there we go. Bring that into pronunciation. Oh, sorry. Bring that into focus a little bit. Okay. A bit tricky. There. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Woo. Who, yes, so you've got, if you look there, look, it's a ooh, who sound, right? So that's what that is. This one here is, I think that's the World Health Organization. Who, used to question to ask about the name or function of some or more people. Who is that woman? I wonder who that letter was from. Who are you phoning? Or people? Or you mean the people who called yesterday? Want to buy the house? The people who we met in France have sent us a card. It can be used to give more information about somebody. Mrs. Smith, who has a lot of teaching experience at junior level, will be joining the school in September. And then Mary, who we had been talking about earlier, walked in. Now, it says there, compare whom. This is a really important word because it can be adapted as well. Who done it? Who done it? No, you don't need to apologise for joining the stream late, Pallavi. You know, you're doing this on your time, alright? You don't need to apologise, and if you are late, it's okay. You know, in the channel, this will be recorded as a video if you want to catch it later. We're discussing pronunciation. We've been discussing H. I'm going to have to get the others to remind me here. We've discussed H, B, and... Sorry, B, T, H. We've just finished H. Y, as well, is a different one there. Now then, who can tell me then some words that have a silent K? A silent K. I'll let you share your knowledge on this one, you guys, because I have a lot of you in here now. You're typing a lot in the comments. Think about words with a silent K. Okay, where we spell the word with a K, but we don't pronounce it. Okay. Good job, well done. I'm seeing just a little bit there. Night is another one. Will we do some grammar today? Ismail, what grammar do you want me to help you with, my friend? Good. Knife as well. A N, knife. Knee. Okay, you have two knees. And no, I know the answer to this. Okay, I know the answer to this. No. Any others? Yes, of course. Knowledge. Knowledge. He has great knowledge. I think Ismail has great knowledge. MHD Ismail has great knowledge as well. Yes, super duper job there. Well done. I'm going to give you a couple more that you probably haven't had. What about this on my hand? What bone is this? Any ideas what bone this is called? The joints in your fingers. Any ideas what that one's called? This bone in your finger? The answer, don't know if you've got it yet, that was a tricky one. Might be a new word. Especially with medical terms, you know, if you don't know very much about medicine, human anatomy or anything like that in English, then that's understandable. Then you're going to have a knuckle. Knuckle. Okay, I'm going to give you some more there as well. We've got the knickers, ladies' underwear, Knickers. Night, we've got that already. Knit, you knit a jumper. Knitting, Knit. Knob, like a doorknob, Knob. This, what action is this? Good, well done. When I want my friend to come and play with me, I might go and knock at his or her door, right? Knock as well is a good one. Lots and lots. Knack, somebody who has a talent for something, has a knack for something. Okay? I have a knack for teaching English. I have a knack for playing football. I have a knack for good photography. I wish I did. Holding the dictionary up, though, that didn't do too bad, did it? Because, I mean, honestly, I can barely read that thing with my, even with my glasses on. I think I need an eye test. Right, W is another one. We're going to wrap this one up very quickly. And this is if I have a question, you can provide me. Yes, he has a knack for teaching. Good, yes. W, if I give you a question, you will give me the... If I have a question, you will give me the... Correct, Sarah. Well done. Super job there for Sarah and Ismail as well. They get the answer. I love giving these little clues. I think this is so much fun. A knight might carry this object. It's very long, very sharp. I might fight with it. Yes, well done. Knock, Habiba, was another one. Habiba got a good one there. Knock, you got that one there. You need to... Sorry. A knight might have this tool to fight. Silent W sound. Remember this one? We're on silent W's now. The answer is Ismail got it correct. I think he's lip reading me, which is good. Sword is the answer. Perhaps the clues that I give are very good clues. What number comes after number 1? What number comes after number 1? Two. It's 2, right? 2, right? 2. I'm not so sure I agree with that one. 2. Yeah, 2. 2, 2, 2. I say 2. Yeah, good. I've got that one there as well. Well done, guys. I can see you're having you've got that there. If you have a half plus another half, you have a whole. A whole. W-H-O-L-E. Just pronounce it like that one. Okay, good. Whole. The next one is if yes, we do this with the present at Christmas. We have to... Yes, good job. A whole. Well done. You all got that there. I think it keeps rearranging the timestamps on these. So, yes, Ismail got it correct. MHD Ismail got it correct. Sarah got it correct. So, good job. Well done. And the next one is we do this to the present before we give it a, example Christmas. Then we have to the present. What do we have to do to the present? Habiba got it correct as well too. Well done, Habiba. Wrap. Correct. We have to wrap the present or wrap something up. Wrap it in plastic, for example. Bubble wrap as well. Bubble, the little... like that, with the packages and stuff like that for delicate items. This bone comes after your hand. It's this one here. What's this one? Wrap up a meeting. Good, yes, to complete a meeting. That's another example of the same word, same spelling, different meaning. All right. So well done there, sir. Ismail, well done. What bone is this one here? The joint between my hand and my arm. What bone is this one? Correct, it is your wrist. Wrist. Okay, another one with a tricky pronunciation for some people. And when you start to get old, you get these. When you start to get old like me, you get these in your head. In your face. Okay? Around the eyes. What are these things called? What do we call them? Any ideas? Go right ahead if you know. Type the answer. Go right ahead. No problem. And the answer, I'm not so sure if anybody's there at the moment, so I'm going to put the answer in. The answer is wrinkle. W-R-I-N-K-L-E. Okay. Good. Wrinkle. Yes, you've got that wrist wrinkle. I don't know, perhaps chat is delayed or something like that. I'm not seeing them. There's certainly something amiss with the chat this evening. Sometimes that happens with live streams. It doesn't always work as you want. Wren, W-R-E-N, I think that's a famous bird, wren. A mechanic might use a wrench, W-R-E-N-C-H, to tighten the screw, okay, or to tighten the bolt. Wrestle, we already had that. We all do this. Writing and wriggle as well. Wriggle. Okay, good job. Right, guys, I think that's a really good session for pronunciation, and I know MHD Ishmael, if he's still here, he was asking me, will we do some grammar today? And I said we can do some grammar. Of course, we can talk about grammar. Perhaps if you wanted to try a little test, I can possibly give you a little test. I'm not so sure if I've got that though just at the moment, so just give me a second whilst I have a look and see where that test is. Did you see my comment on yesterday's live? Yes, I did, and I think I ticked the like button and the heart button. And I just read the comment here, so yes, I did reply. Did you get the reply? I'm gonna have to check. I'm pretty sure I replied, so I'm going to show you what I see. I don't know if you've. Oh, hold on a moment, just a moment. I've got another notification. Well done. You got most of these correct. All right. Yes. You're most welcome. Yes. Good job. Okay, so let me just have a look while I go into the other screen there. I have another screen with the comments box on, and I don't know if maybe I'll show you this on YouTube. I don't know. Held for review. All right. Yes, I can see more comments here. Wow, oh my goodness me, the seventh question answers are wait, yes. Oh my goodness me, look at all these, I checked this about 6 p.m. and since 6 p.m. I've got lots of comments on here, so I'll certainly have a look. A car boot is called a trunk in American English. I'll read these for you. MHD Ishmael has commented a lot on the videos here. I'm going to, perhaps I'll show you them on this. Yes, I think I will, because that makes it a lot easier. Just 1 second. Share screen. There we go. If you're viewing on a laptop, on a mobile phone, you might find this a bit difficult to read, but I'll try my best to enlarge it. Just say so if you're having problems, and I'll try and come back to it. It says, the most useful part for me is homographs because they were too confusing with me before watching this video. Well, I'm pleased that, you know, the video really helped you on that one. Number 2, the 7th question's answers are which and which. Right, good job. Number 6 answers there, theirs, and theirs. Yeah, I think you've got 2 of the same there, but that's okay. I know what you mean. THERES or apostrophe S. Right, there is. Number 5, steel, as in it's a steel rod, or the car is made from steel. And steal, as in to take something from somebody, okay, without permission. C, and C, good. Answer is no. Right, number 3 is no. Number 2 is break. Number 1 is allowed. Allowed, right? Or you could always think aloud, ALOUD. Alright, think out aloud. The past tense for fall is fell, correct. Past tense for fall is fell. And the car boot is called a car trunk in American English. So, excellent job. I'm going to... You see, when you send me these comments, I get this little tick box, right? So what happens is, I tick them. If they're correct, then I tick them and I'll publish them for you. And even if they're incorrect, I'll publish them and I'll give you the corrections, okay? So here now shows all of the comments that I've seen here, right? So now I could go like this, ding, 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 give you a little heart, and it shows there, then it will show up on your screen or in your notifications that you're getting replies, you're getting likes for your comments, and those things are really good things on YouTube, you know, when you get a creator liking a comment, and vice versa, okay, vice versa. So earlier on, let me have a look. If I try this one, look, now we're going to see different ones, I think, because here you said, yes, I do have many chores, for example, cleaning the house. Well, that's good if you clean the house. You know, I clean the house occasionally. And arranging or tidying the bedroom. Good. The past tense of blow is blew. Perfect. Well done. Drew, or due, should I say. Few. I like the way you teach. Thanks a lot. Rosa and Rose. Thank you so much. And then I reply, hello, Mohammed Ismail. I'm so pleased that you've been through many videos and commented. All comments you have left today were 100% correct. And I can tell, so well done you. Catty says thanks. Hello, Catty. If she sees this, good. And then he says, can you please make tomorrow's stream about grammar and common grammatical mistakes? Well, that's a tricky one because I haven't actually planned to do any grammar this evening about grammar mistakes. But, you know, we can certainly look at grammar mistakes and think about if you have anything specific. You know, if you have anything specific about grammar you're not sure about, drop me a question in the comments. Drop something in on a comment on Twitter. If you've got Twitter there, then, you know, I will certainly try and come up with something, because teaching is about preparation. 90% of it, I think, is about preparation. A teacher who prepares well is going to more likely than not give a good lesson. So I can do grammar or common grammar mistakes, MHD Ishmael. I'm sure you're pleased with that. I hope you're pleased with seeing your comments there appearing on my channel. This MHD Ishmael has I think, watched many videos of mine in the last day or two. Apparently that's the report that I'm getting. I'm not sure what's going on here. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably wrap this up. If you want, we can do a bit of an extra live lesson tomorrow night. We can do grammar mistakes. Yes, it's not that I don't have time, it's that I'm not very well prepared for grammar mistakes. I haven't prepared any material for this for tonight's live stream. I've prepared a bit of material. I think a lot of grammar mistakes, if you want to be specific, or be a bit more specific, when we're talking about grammar, is it written grammar that we're talking about? Is it spoken grammar that we're talking about? The two key outputs of language are written and spoken. Inputs could be listening and reading, okay? Written or listening, right? So those are the two input components. We use our ears to listen, eyes to read. So I classify those as inputs. So is it the grammatical outputs that we're discussing that you're wanting help on, or common pitfalls? Without knowing you personally about grammar and listening to you personally, and this is why I invite people to stream, then I can listen to you a little bit more. I think teaching grammar in spoken English, I can show you the grammar rules, the way that those are done through the videos. But if you want to join on the stream, perhaps then I can help you a little bit with that. No problem at all. Think about that for tomorrow if you want to do that tomorrow. No problem. I'd be very happy to do that. He may mean subject, verb, consistency in the present simple. Aha, right, okay. So that tells me a little bit more, right? That tells me more. I think with grammar, as Mr. Hassan says there, you have to... It's a very wide-ranging topic. I could sit here and do, honestly, a 12-hour session about grammar. I think I'd be exhausted by the end of it, though. As I have lots of grammar books here, I can give you lots of examples. Yeah. Well, I think when we talk about... I'm just reading the comments here, and I'm just thinking... Present simple, for example, and the way I teach present simple is this. I say the present simple can be three things. It's habit, a fact, and a routine. Now, a habit is something that we do, and it can be broken down two ways. It can be a good habit or a bad habit. And we do these habits quite often without knowing about it. All right, it's in our mind. Example, think of bad habits, and we talk about people having bad habits. What bad... Hello there, Fabi. Welcome to the stream. We're talking a little bit about present simple grammar at the moment. And habits. Yes, we have good habits, bad habits. Think of bad habits. What bad habits do people have? Do you have any bad habits? You might have habits that you don't think are bad, but some people say, oh, that's a bad habit. The most common ones are smoking, biting fingernails, being forgetful. Those are the three worst habits to have. The other bad habits are doing something incorrectly. Yes, getting up late is a bad habit for many people, especially teenagers. All right. So when we talk about that, we'd be saying, well, I wake up late every morning. So we're talking there about a routine. All right, because I say every morning. But if I say I wake up late, all right, then I don't give any time marker. So that then is a habit. But when it's a routine, it's I wake up every morning late. Hitting the sack very late. Yes, hitting the sack very late, going to bed very late is a bad habit. Sometimes after a stream, I have friends messaging me. Oh, do you want to play games? And I go to bed very late sometimes. So after stream, I sometimes do that. I do play games. You might not think that, but I've been very lucky in my life. The first time I used a computer was when I was 5 years old at primary school. We had a computer there, and it was a mathematics game. So yes, I've played games for many, many years in my life, a lot of years, computer games, right from the very, very beginning when Windows was Windows 3.1, or even before that, and it was just BBC or DOS-based systems. So I have a lot of technical knowledge. So yes, good. Well, after habits, we have facts. All right, we can't change a fact, or a fact, if it changes over time. Okay, so the sun rises in the east. Okay, now that particular fact is very unlikely to change in our lifetime. All right, but over millions of years, that fact might change. Okay, if something happens with our planet, then what we know as east might well change. We don't know. Okay, we get old is another fact. We get older. Okay, we grow as we get older. And another fact, we can't dispute the fact, we can't stop aging, we can't stop getting older. It's just a fact of life that we determine everything, that there is a time where the life begins and the life ends. We first knew Windows when it was Windows 7. Well, Windows 7 was early at the turn of the millennium. I'd been using Windows for 20 years before that came out. Then we ended up Microsoft Windows. It was 3.11 back then, and DOS. We had to know how to run DOS commands. Yeah, because honestly, goodness me, Windows was very basic back then. But when I was about 12, 13, my brother and I set to work and we built a computer ourselves. And I ended up building a website myself, and I sold it when I was 13. I was one of the richest kids in school because everybody else was getting £2 pocket money. I was walking around with hundreds of pounds in my pocket because I sold a couple of websites when I was very, very young. So yeah, when it comes to IT and gadgetry, it's something that I'm quite into. It's fair to say. It's fair to say, definitely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream this evening. Do you have any questions before I end the stream? Do you want me to talk about grammar mistakes and things tomorrow? The one I always find is objects, direct and indirect objects. Perhaps we could talk about those a little bit, and I'll give you some guidance about objects. Perhaps we might do a longer stream tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves this evening. I hope you've learnt something. Okay, I hope you've learnt something. I hope that the pronunciation work that we've done this evening has been beneficial. Okay, it's been beneficial, and I hope that you take away from the lesson what you came to join me for. So if that's the case, then that's absolutely great, and I'm totally delighted. Yes. So You've learnt loads. Amazing what we can do with a live stream. Imagine if we were all in a classroom together. I can assure you we could do so much more. It's been an absolute delight. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I learned from you guys as well. I'm so pleased that you all are all joining me on a very regular regular basis, and it just shows that when you get people appreciate what you do on a live stream, it makes it all the worthwhile. So with that said, I'm so pleased. Yes, I'm so pleased. Lots coming in on the comments there. So thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful evening ahead wherever you are, and take care of yourselves. And if you'd like, I think we could possibly do a stream tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Take care, and I'll hear from you all very soon. And I'll see you all again, possibly tomorrow. All the best now. Bye-bye.